Hey everyone, so I made up my own tag, yay! I'm getting readjusted on camera, which is kind of awkward, but I decided to do my own tag video because I love doing tag videos and I just really wanted to do one, so I decided to make my one up myself. So I asked Twitter, and I have a lot of like Twitter follower generated questions. Like all of these questions were sent in through Twitter, which is kind of cool. I was gonna do 21 questions originally, and I got so many good questions sent, like literally like 50. But I decided tags that are 20 questions or longer are kind of long. They're kind of like really long tags, and 15 just seemed like a good number. So if I want, maybe I'll do like a second edition Elle's 15 question tag part dos. But for now, it's just gonna be these. Okay, so number one, what do you think you can do but you can't? For me, that's really easy because, and I just kind of did it, I'm really bad at doing accents, like really bad, but I always think that I can do it. So like if I have a friend that's, you know, that has a different accent than me, I always think I can imitate it perfectly, and I'm horrible at it. I'm just horrid. Like I'm a horrible accenter. I would never be able to be a professional accent coach. Question number two, what is a difficult word for you to pronounce? This question was funny for me because all of the words that I know that I have a difficult time pronouncing, I know because of my YouTube videos. So they're like, I get a lot of feedback from them for not knowing how to say them. So I used to always say especially, and I've taught myself, that is one that I've taught myself how to say correctly. I say especially now, I know that's how it's supposed to be said. But another one that I'm really, really bad at saying is guru. I can't say it. Guru. People try to teach me and I just don't know. Another one, oh, this isn't from YouTube, but this one I know I have trouble saying, is anxiety. Isn't it? I don't know. Someone keeps telling me that it's like anxiety, but I always say anxiety. That's just how I say it, anxiety, because it doesn't have a G in it, I don't think, anxiety. Oh, and then the last one is from my Lush haul, that Hushan Win Hua conditioner, which I know I was saying wrong because everyone was like, you're saying that so wrong, but then no one taught me how to say it right. So yeah, fail. Number three, favorite TV show from your childhood. Mine's really easy because I still watch it. Don't judge. It's Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I actually loved it when I was a child. It really terrified me as a child, but you can also still watch it on YouTube. If you search like Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, you can still watch them. And I do that sometimes. Like when I have nothing else to do, I just watch random Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes. And some of them are really, really bad now. Like I watch them and I'm like, I don't even know if that would have scared me as a child, although it probably would have. Shh. But some of them are still really, really terrifying. Like I watch them and I'm like, how is this even a children's syndicated show? So I still really like that show. And then I also really liked Rugrats when I was really little, and I really liked The Price is Right, which isn't a children's show, but I was obsessed with it when I was little. It used to come on at like 7 a.m. and I would have my mom wake me up early so that I could watch The Price is Right. That's really embarrassing. And then I also really liked Doug. Yes, I can do the theme song. Number four, what are your virtues and your vices? So this is like good things and bad things about you. For me, my virtue, I think my number one virtue is probably loyalty. I am extremely loyal to the people that I let in close to my life, my friends, my relationship, my family. I'm really, really, really loyal to a fault to those people. Another virtue of mine would be compassion. I have an enormous amount of compassion for people and animals around me. Vices, I'm stubborn. I'm very impatient, and I'm a Diet Coke addict. Those are my vices. I think being a Diet Coke addict is actually a vice. Number five, what's more important to you? Love, fame, money, or power? For me, this is really easy. Mine is definitely love, but I think it's an interesting question because I do really think that people would have differing answers on this. I do think that there are people that wouldn't pick love. Number six, if you could live in any era or time period, when would it be and why? So I've always thought that if I could go back in time and be born in any other time period in the world, I would go back to like the time of the Tudors, like British royal history, because I've always been obsessed with that time period, and I've always been really interested in like the art and the architecture and the politics that were going on in that time period. But I also think that the old like Greek and Roman war and stuff, like when Troy was going on and stuff, I think that that was a really cool time period as well. I've always thought I was born in the wrong generation, like the wrong time period, and I don't know, but I think that I'd like to visit it. I don't think that me personally would like to go back and like experience it knowing what I know now, because I would miss like electricity and indoor plumbing and Tylenol when I have a headache and all that stuff. And Diet Coke. Oh my gosh, Diet Coke. That's a reason enough to stay where I am. Number seven, if you had to redo your entire wardrobe using only two stores, what would they be and why? For me, it would be Forever 21 and Shopbop. Now I know Shopbop's not actually a store, it's like an online store. It's not like a brick and mortar, like actual store in a mall. But I think that I'm doing a lot of my shopping recently from those two places, so I figure those are my two stores. And I think it's a nice mix because Shopbop is like I mean, it's a little bit more expensive. It's designer pieces and stuff, but between the two, you can get like a really good mix. A few key designer pieces with the inexpensive accessories and other pieces to complete the look from Forever 21. So those two stores together, I could do my entire wardrobe on, no question. That's pretty much what my wardrobe is anyway. Number 8, can you recall what you were doing a year ago on this day? I thought that this was a really cool question, and today's February 12th. I probably am not going to put this video up for a couple of days. I'm pre-filming. I painted my nails red for Valentine's Day, and I already got a chip in one of my nails. So, because it just reminded me that Valentine's Day is in 2 days, which I'm really excited about. So, a year ago on this day, on February 12th, I was at Fashion Week in New York, and I think February 12th was the day of the BB show, which was my favorite show that I went to during the February Fashion Week. So, that was a really, really, really cool show, and we were really excited, and Kim Kardashian was sitting like 2 rows in front of us, like right in front of us, so that was really cool. We got to see her in person and stuff like that, because I think she's really, really pretty. She's tiny in real life too. She's adorable. I thought that question was cool because it's like, can you remember what you were doing a year ago on this day? Like, how much of your life has changed? Like, I'm living in LA now. A year ago on this day, I was really struggling balancing school and work and trying to do both. I remember Fashion Week was really hard for me last year because I was expected to be at Fashion Week at several different events, but I was also expected to be back at my college for several exams, and I was having to balance it, and I had tickets to fly back and forth like 4 different times throughout the week. It was very hectic trying to balance my life out between work and school full time. So I'm glad that I'm very glad to be where I am today, and I don't even know what I'm going to be doing a year from now, so it's kind of cool to think about. Number 9, do you have reoccurring dreams? Explain. So I only have one reoccurring dream that I can remember, and it's from my childhood. I don't dream that often, and when I do, most of the time they're very happy dreams, like very like content feeling dreams. But I did have a nightmare that was reoccurring when I was younger, and it was that I was being chased by an animal or a person, and I couldn't scream or run. So, and that was really scary for me. I would always wake up just like crying and run to my mom's room and stuff. I haven't had it in a really long time, but it was always either a big animal or a scary person that was chasing me, and I couldn't yell and I couldn't run for help. And I actually learned in one of my psychology classes, and this was so interesting because when I learned it, I could totally relate it to like my reoccurring dreams. I learned that when you're sleeping or when you're having a nightmare, your brain releases this chemical that keeps you from getting up and acting out your dreams in real life. And people that sleepwalk or do things in their sleep, they don't make enough of this chemical, or they don't make it at all. I don't know exactly what it is. It might be a hormone or a chemical or something. But when you have dreams where you can't run or move or yell or speak, it's your like mind confusing reality with your dream. And when I learned that, that was really cool because I actually have that happen to me a lot where I like can't yell or can't run. So I thought that that was a really cool little piece of information. Okay, number 10, what's your horoscope? I'm a Gemini, which I think is really interesting because Geminis are very talkative. They're the communicative sign. I mean, look what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to a camera by myself. So yeah, communicator. And yeah, I just think Gemini fits me really, really well. They're very social and very like communicative. Number 11, what does your dream bedroom look like? The reason I added this question was because I'm in need of inspiration myself, so I wanted to know like what you guys would do if you could do anything to your room. I'm going to be completely redoing my room coming up, not the furniture obviously because I just got it, but new curtains, new wall color, possibly new bedding if it clashes with what I'm going to do. I kind of flip-flop between two very, very opposite dream bedrooms. So on one hand, I really like very pale colors, very neutral colors, whites and soft purples and soft blues and soft greens. And that's what I had in my college bedroom, and that's what I have here as well right now. Just very like soft pastel colors. And I had this gorgeous Paris Eiffel Tower painting in my college bedroom that I have here. I just haven't hung it up yet. And it's very pastels and it kind of goes with that look. And it's very serene when you walk in the room and you feel like very relaxed and stuff. I really like that. But then on the other hand, sometimes I'm in the mood to have like a really deep red room, like something more sultry and more mature and just a little bit older. And right now I'm kind of been in the mood for that lately. So I don't know, like I don't know which way to go. They're very opposite feels of rooms, and I'm kind of tired of the soft colors. I kind of want to do something a little bit more bold. So I don't know, I'm leaning towards red, but I definitely wanted your opinions on like if you could do anything to your room, what would it be? Let's see, number 12, what position do you sleep in? I'm a side sleeper 99% of the time. Every now and then I'll sleep on my stomach, mainly if I'm not feeling well. I never sleep on my back. I don't know how people do it. I think it's so uncomfortable, but I'm definitely a side sleeper. I sleep like all curled up on my side. Number 13, who is your favorite vampire of all time? I think this one's kind of hard because on one hand, I think Edward Cullen is like the vampire of our generation, and the Edward Cullen from the books I completely fell in love with, and I would pick him so many times. But I think that the Twilight bug has I'm kind of over it. I didn't think the movies were that great, and I don't think Robert Pattinson's that great. Don't kill me. So that like obsession that I had with the story has kind of worn off. Lately, I've been obsessed with the Salvatore brothers from the Vampire Diaries, Stefan and Damon. I don't even know who I would pick, honestly. I'm just going to say the Salvatore brothers because Damon's the cuter one. He's the more dangerous one. And he's the one where you really don't know what he's going to do at any given moment. Stefan's the more stable, like more caring. He's like the better boyfriend. But at the same time, it's like Damon was the one who got his heart broken and all this stuff. So maybe Damon really is a good guy. He's just hurting. I don't know. I don't know. I just like them both. Okay. Number 14. What are you currently wearing on your feet? Oh, okay. When I added this question, I thought to myself, oh, that's going to be so cool. Maybe like we can all learn what we're wearing, but I'm not wearing anything on my feet right now, which kind of defeats the purpose of having that question in. I thought maybe I'd be wearing like cool high heels or socks or something. No, I'm completely barefoot, but hopefully one of you guys will be wearing something cool on your feet. And number 15, I thought this one was really cool. Do you have any handwriting? Show us. I thought this was cool. I'm just going to write a little note down just because I feel like it kind of gives us insight into each other a little bit more, like seeing each other's handwriting. It's kind of like a personalized thing. I figured we could all write like a little note to each other. Mine says, I love YouTube. You see that? My camera's not picking it up very well. But yeah, so there's my handwriting. In like 2 seconds. Now I'm all like yellowy orange. So that completes my 15 questions. I tag all of you guys, even though every time I do that, I always get people that are like, I want to be tagged. Will you tag me? Why didn't you say my name? Can you tag me? Am I allowed to do this? Will you write me a comment and tell me that I can do this video? Everyone can do this video. I promise. Everyone can do it. Just write a comment with your answers or make a video and then video responsive to this video, especially the one about your dream bedroom, because I really do need inspiration for that one. And hopefully you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.